with us. Look at adult probation.
Okay.
We need to speak to your daughter.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Is she here?
Is she here?
What's going on?
We need to speak to your daughter, man. Is she here? She has a warrant for her arrest. I'm going to tell you right now, okay?
Okay.
I need her to come outside and talk to us. Okay?
Okay.
Where is she?
She's in the house.
She's in the house. Okay. Right. Let's go ahead and go to the door and just call her out here, okay?
413 train.
Okay.
Watch the. All right. Is she coming out to us? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, here. I don't mean to come across threatening to you, okay? But I'm gonna tell you this: you're responsible at this point. We know she's in the house, okay? If we don't get cooperation on this, then the next step is we're gonna need to go in and take her inside, okay? If she doesn't step out and talk with us. If that doesn't happen, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna go to jail for hindering apprehension.
I'm not hindering.
Okay.
I didn't say y'all can go
I know,
in.
and that's why I started off with. I don't mean to come across threatening to you, okay? Because I don't think you're trying to hurt the situation, okay? But we need her. It's important. We need her to cooperate. We need her to come out and talk to us, okay?
Okay.
Right.
So
What's she doing right now?
She was straightening her hair.
Okay. Right.
Just a warrant for me?
Okay. It's a warrant that has to do with her situation with probation, and I don't know the details of it, but I just know that she has a warrant, okay?
Okay. So is she going in today?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Mentally, once before they took her in, she was in suicide.
Okay.
That kind of frightened her. Do y'all have a different side? I mean, because
It's okay. This is all okay. When she comes in, it's how she answers these questions.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, that's
why that happened.
to the jail on that.
That's
yeah.
jail. The way they have to kill themselves. If they think someone's going to hurt themselves, they have to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she said when she went in last night, but she said something to make someone at the jail think that. Okay, so they have to take precautions, for her safety as well as theirs. Okay, that's what happened. Okay?
She I don't know, because I kept telling her to come turn herself in, and I didn't see nothing.
So
in
you
the
tried to
mail.
get her to do the right thing. Okay,
I didn't
okay.
see nothing
I got you.
in the mail or whatever.
Is she
So I was like, okay, maybe you're okay.
If she had told the person to run, that's why I said, okay, we need her to come outside, okay? Because at this point, I'm thinking that's what she did.
If she does try anything like that today, she's going to make it 10 times worse on herself. Okay.
Okay.
Well, she just don't want to be on that side. I mean, I tried to explain to her.
Okay. We'll give her another. She's got another minute to go and come on outside.
The thing is, she also do suffer mental issues. So
Yes, ma'am. I understand, and we'll see my eyes. We will work with her, okay? But she has got to cooperate, okay? I can't work with somebody who won't cooperate with me. But I will work with her all day long if she will. Is that the only other entrance over there?
Next time they go in there, I'd rather go in with them. So you don't know what's in the house. You don't know what they're doing. You have weapons. I want her to, this is your thing, but I would have told her to stare at her, yell at her, tell her to come out. Because she goes in there, we don't know what they're doing. They don't know if they're grabbing.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's just a misdemeanor, so it's treading carefully,
I still know what's going on in there.
Yeah, that is true. Hey, Miss Wilson. Miss Wilson, Smith County Sheriff's Office. Zachariah?
Yeah. Just calm down.
Step on out here for me, okay?
Down.
I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. If you'll work with us, we'll work with you, okay? There's a problem that has to be dealt with.
Okay?
Just. But we don't want to stick any charges on you or anything like that, okay? But we got to have you cooperate with us, okay?
Just calm down, girl. It's okay. Take deep breath. Take deep breath.
Anybody else in here? Okay. Turn some lights on, okay?
It's okay.
Okay. All right. Come on, let's step on out here, okay? Come this way. Slow down. Listen to me. Listen to me.
It's okay. Come down.
Okay, easy, okay? Come on, step on this way for me.
Okay? We'll make sure he gets out. We're not going to do anything bad to her, okay? I mean, you know why you have it? Did you not report or something? Is that what it was you didn't report?
Check them for fits. Make sure they're not too tight on you, okay?
Is it
failure up here?
Yeah.
So how long is that?
I don't know. The court will have to let you know more on that. Yeah, if she has a phone, that can go with her, and she won't be able to use it in the jail, but we can get numbers out of it and let her call.
It's on my pillow.
Okay. All right, Zachariah. What all do you have in your pockets? Anything? Okay. Do you have anything on you that's going to get you another charge in the jail? Any weapons, contraband, drugs, or anything like that?
Do you want to take it with you, or you want? Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Okay.
PR4 show one female in custody. Okay.
The most underrated moment in this footage is when the mother chooses cooperation over concealment. That single decision saves her from a separate criminal charge and likely saves her daughter's case. First, understand the legal stakes she was facing. Under Texas Penal Code 38.05, hindering apprehension is a separate criminal offense. Knowingly concealing or harboring a person with an active warrant exposes the helper to charges as well. The officer's warning was not a threat. It was the legal floor of his obligation to inform. Now consider the constitutional posture of the entry. Under Staggold v. United States, 451 U.S. 204, 1981, an arrest warrant alone does not authorize entry into a third party's home. Consent is required. The mother gave that consent voluntarily. That is the constitutional ignition point of the entire arrest.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to talk to Mama for a second. If you will, go ahead and take her. I'll unlock the vehicle here. Okay. I'm sorry I had to go down that way, okay? I appreciate you working with us. I know it's a lot. She's your daughter, and I get that, okay? Mm-hmm. And again, I didn't mean to come off crass or mean to you. We get a lot of people, especially parents a lot of times, who will try to fight us on stuff like this. And I've taken parents to jail before over stuff like this, and I don't like to, but we've had them before where they won't try to push against us, and we got a job to do, you know. So, but I appreciate you. You were trying to get her to do the right thing, and she has a lot of anxiety. I can tell.
Yes,
but
and I've been trying to work with her myself on it, and gotta get counseling and stuff.
Yeah.
But she just don't like the sound of it. Like when my dad first got her out, we kept telling him, let her stay in, let her, she did the crime, she need to, sit it out. He get out. She ran away. She kept running away and stuff because she was scared of going to jail. So I'll be like, you know what, if you don't come back, I'm going to turn you in, blah, blah, blah. So she'll leave from that place and go somewhere else. So it's been a struggle. And so, like today, it just so happened I was supposed to take her to go to Jacksonville to go try to get her ID.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad was like, well, do you think they have a warrant for her? You can call and see. I was like, I don't know. And he was like, well, if she go get an ID, you know, he was like, you might be doing yourself a favor, and, you know, because they can pick it up or whatever. I think he thought that y'all can pick it up, that, you know, we're trying to get her ID or whatever. Because we all been trying to get her to turn herself in.
Yeah, she just won't do it, huh?
No, she's scared.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't know what it's like in there. And I'm like, well, what? Go get it over with and learn from your mistake. Don't do it no more. You ain't got to go back down now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and that's, you know, it's a misdemeanor charge. She's not going to be in there forever. It's just one of those things. I mean, the courts had to deal with it. You know, and I mean, if she wasn't going to turn herself in, well, I mean, that's the only thing we could do is come pick her up. You know, so.
Right.
I mean.
So that's what our dad just told us.
Now consider what made this surrender legally clean. The probation violation warrant came from two underlying issues: a positive drug test, a failure to report. Probation violation warrants typically carry no bond. The suspect must remain in custody until court. 7 months of running added nothing. Surrender ends the cycle. Now consider the mental health element on the officer's mind. The mother disclosed prior suicide concerns from a previous jail stay. The officer listened. He documented. Under jail intake protocols, suicide risk assessment is mandatory. Disclosure is protective, not damaging. The officer's compassion did not reduce his authority. It strengthened the legal record.
Just go get it over with, but she acts like she traumatized.
He doesn't live with y'all anymore. Dad doesn't live here anymore. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay. So he does.
Yeah, he at work.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Right. Well, I really hope for the best for her. It's just, yeah, I mean, they gotta take care of it. And I think it started with Tyler ISD, I think, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's
and
been a while.
I knew she unenrolled over there, so.
Yes. So and then she went to Rise, but then she dropped out.
Yeah.
All because of this. So like now I'm in the process of getting her in homeschool to get her diploma.
Yeah.
But we just wanted her to turn herself in and be free after, you know.
And I'm gonna tell you, there is no bond on this, so she'll be there till she does go to court and get taken care of. So there's no way she can even try to bond out, you know.
She wasn't toxic for relief, okay?
Yeah. I'm totally okay with that.
They will let me know the important stuff is.
Yeah. There's a motion there for set a hearing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for being a responsible parent, first off, and secondly, if you have any questions whatsoever, okay, I want you to give us a call.
Okay.
I may not be able to answer everything, but I'll do my best, okay? Because I know you're concerned and I know you're wanting to see what's best for her and everything.
Get some more cards. Always forget about it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
So we had a meeting here.
Yeah.
Okay. So normally for, I don't know, how long would you say, is it like, how long has she been having a warrant?
The warrant's been issued since January. I don't remember the day in January, but it's been since January of this year the warrant's been out.
Okay.
So that means that she had a positive UA prior to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, well, she had the positive UA, and then she just, on top of that, she just failed to report. She just stopped showing up. So really, it looks like the warrant was probably because of both of those things right there.
8 months she been on. Yeah, 7 months.
7, I want to say months, yeah.
So how long in jail time that is?
It's, what is it, misdemeanor?
Yeah. Okay. I think it's a Class B, actually. It's either B or A misdemeanor.
It's Class A. I'm trying to remember. But
Yeah.
I didn't see who the judge was.
It's County Court Law 3.
3?
What's his name? White. Yeah, Judge White.
I don't know what they offered her prior to her taking probation. That kind of sometimes has a play with what happens.
Oh, okay.
So we can't really say what's going to happen. Okay, and I don't want to lie to you. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, at this point, everything's up to a judge.
Okay.
But no, we will put in there that she came cooperatively. Right? She didn't give us any trouble. We're going to make sure they knew that. Okay. So.
Now consider the most quietly powerful sentence in this footage. We're going to put in the report that she came cooperatively. She didn't give us any trouble. That single sentence in an arrest report can influence sentencing, plea offers, and judicial discretion. Cooperation has a documented value in every American criminal court. Now we evaluate every action against established law. The lead officer earns an A, honest about consequences, patient with anxiety, verified consent before entry. The mother earns an A-. She put law above protection, the right call, even when painful. The suspect earns a C+. 7 months of avoidance, but a cooperative surrender at the end. 3 lessons emerge from this footage. For homeowners, asking "do you have a warrant" is your most important constitutional right. Officers must answer honestly. Voluntary consent is yours to give or withhold. For families of probationers, hindering and apprehension exposes you to criminal liability. Love and loyalty are not legal defenses. The kindest path is to encourage surrender. For anyone with a warrant, the longer you run, the more anxious you become. Surrender ends the fear. Cooperation is documented. Resistance is documented. Both follow you into court. Do you agree with these grades? Drop your reasoning in the comments. We read everyone. Subscribe for more legal breakdowns. And remember, every interaction is governed by law.
There's a difference between anxiety and somebody actually giving us trouble.
Okay.
You know, so
We'll do as much as we can for her.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, sorry we had to meet this way.
It's all right.
y'all take